To both of you, if I could ask the same question, to follow up slightly on what Sam said, Dominic Raab also raised it yesterday, the idea that if in certain parts of the country the infection rate goes up, the idea of a lockdown that will be a localised one. Can I ask in practice, how would that actually work?
Yes.
I mean, would it just be, for example, schools closing, or would there be a kind of stricter rules? Or would it even be like a kind of North Italy or Chinese style one where there'd be restrictions on transport? And can I ask, how would that work? Because people could expect, given the very different infection rates in different parts of the country, that that could actually come to pass.
Yes, taking local action to respond to a local flare-up is an incredibly important part of the toolkit that we have available to respond if we need to. And this can take a range of options. For instance, shutting to new admissions a hospital A&E if there were an outbreak in that hospital. That's one example. At a local level, the local director of public health has a statutory duty and responsibility, and they would work with the regional Public Health England and NHS teams to make sure that we got the response right. The Joint Biosecurity Centre's role is a national one to provide the advice and the information that would then be acted on locally. And the way to think of it is the Joint Biosecurity Centre has the information. It advises the CMOs of the UK, who in turn give advice to ministers and to local public health bodies through PHE. So that architecture is now established. The JBC still formally needs to come into existence, but we are putting in place all of those data flows to augment the already significant work that Public Health England do in this space. And the toolkit that's available, i.e. the things that we could do, which includes, for instance, changes to the hospitals that I mentioned, that toolkit is as broad as the legal toolkit that we have nationally, and that's set out in the 1984 Public Health Act for England and Wales, and in the relevant Scottish and Northern Irish legislation, augmented by the Coronavirus Act 2020 that we passed a couple of months ago. John.